everyone, Achika here, and it is time to announce the next base-off competition, which is actually more of a challenge than an actual base building contest. So when I created Base Off, I really wanted to highlight the creativity and talent and execution of bases for the community, but I also wanted to challenge people to grow and to learn and to I don't know, just think outside the box. So that's kind of what this competition, or this is the first challenge, I guess I would say, for Base Off, and it is called Base Off Back To Base-ics. And what that means is, I want you to give me your best base circa 2013. I don't know how many of you were around for 2013 after home turf dropped, but base decorating was very different than it is now. So your item limit was only 200 spots. You can only place 200 things in a base. No items could be clipped as well. That means no items could overlap one another. I will give examples of that coming up here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There were a few items that could actually be clipped or could be overlaid, but that was because they had like a generous hitbox and the game didn't register that their edges weren't like a solid block. It's mainly, again, I have examples of that in this space, but they're so far and few between that clipping was basically not a thing you could do. You could not put furniture inside other pieces of furniture. And also you were limited to just a handful of bases. I think it was the Gothic, the Deco, and the Dive. So here are the restrictions for Base Off Back to Basics. The rules are you get 200 item limit, you cannot clip items, and no small bases. So that means no dive theme, no volcano, no space. If you want to go grandiose and do a manor theme or a House of Legends base with 200 spots, I'll be impressed if it looks relatively decent and filled out. I'll be super impressed by that. So you can do it. I was going to limit it to the Gothic and Deco, but I was like, you know what? The example I'm showing is in the bunker theme, which we are here in a bunker theme. I'd be over by the teleporter, but there's a heart rate monitor, and I thought the beeping would be a bit distracting while I was going into the rules. Yeah, that's it. So as for the 200 spots, I'm really going to go based off an honor system. I can kind of eyeball if something's like getting close to 300 spots, maybe, you know, or maybe even 250, but I'm not going to be able to tell if you have like 205 or 206 or whatever. You know, I probably shouldn't be saying that, but I mean, it's the truth. So it's mainly like kind of a love of the game honor system. I was thinking of requesting to have you guys allow me to go into deco mode in your bases, but then I was like, that feels kind of icky because it's a little like, you know, intrusive and just like, you know, I don't want to, you know, once you have a base, it's kind of weird to give people permission, unless that's, you know, unless you're decorating for other people or whatever, which in this case for this base is one of the handful of bases that me and a friend, Super Spawn, we decorated it for our friend Power Shade, actually, back in the day. It's a relic, and it's one of the bases that has not been redone because me and Spawn definitely did not want to go back in here and redecorate it, because I don't know if you guys know, but decorating another person's base is extremely taxing and very difficult to do, very time consuming. So yeah, so I will get into the prizes and all that stuff, but I want to give you guys an example of what I'm talking about with a 2013 base. So, without further ado, here is Power Shade's Bunker 13. So, we start off here in a little hospital theme, and as you can see, nothing is touching. There are very, very few. So these are ones that you could actually get very close to one another, but if you can see right there, you can still see the sliver, like where they're not touching. So nothing could interlay or touch anything else. Now the one exception were the numbers in this base. This base actually has I think it's 187. Let me check here. I think PowerShade gave me permission to go into deco mode. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. 187. So 187 with amenities, so that means it's 180 overall. So there's actually wiggle room here. And I feel like this is a pretty, I mean, it's very sparse, but it's a functional base, and it's not too bad for what we had back then. So yeah, you'll see the medical office here. Lots of the older furniture being utilized. So basically it was like you come in from the radioactive apocalypse, zombie apocalypse or what have you. You get checked out and cleared. There's a blood testing area here. Ooh, maybe this is like, I know this came out during Origin Crisis, I think. So maybe this is a little older. Or newer than I thought, but you get what I mean. It still has the same rule set of circa 2013. Did Origin Crisis come out in 2013? I cannot remember. Everything's a blur. But so you could see that the 13 actually you could clip, because for some reason the numbers have this very slender hitbox here. You could actually clip these into walls pretty easily too. So these are the one things that are actually butted up against one another. So yeah, me and Super Spawn were in here decorating this base and telling PowerShade what to put down, and then we would have to rearrange it, and then he might accidentally put something like in the first area, like he might put something on top of the stairs here. We were like, no, it has to go down here, because we can't pick it up and move it. Put it down ourselves. So security station, some hazardous materials here. I think upstairs are the barracks here. Yep. So here's an interesting thing. So dividers also couldn't clip, so you'll see these lockers right here. You see? They have a space in between them because they weren't allowed to touch. You can see it really prevalently there. And all the bunks, if you do a bird's eye view, you can see nothing's touching. So again, this isn't an easy challenge. I think it's going to be a fun one, though. And that's why it's only running for a month as well, with everything. So let's go check downstairs here. I think this is like a... Yeah, so we got a food area here. Very simple, just some benches. Garbage, like things like scattered trash and dirt, like just weren't even really great to use, because again, you couldn't put things on top of things. So lounge area here, some missile crates, a gym, very basic, and then a target range, as well as a respec station, because it was supposed to be a functional base. So and that's it. That is Bunker 13. Again, it's a very basic base, which is exactly why I entitled it Basic. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I want you to create a base just like this, nothing touching. If I do find things that are touching, I might deduct points from the scoring system, since this is a challenge and not... I mean, don't get me wrong, overall aesthetic and how a base looks and how a base is crafted is still always going to be priority number one, but if somebody has a really good looking base and a lot of clipping or has way too many items, then I'm definitely going to have to start deducting points from it, because that is not the challenge for the base. So basically, one more time, I'm going to go over this. So 200 item limit, no clipping, and can be only in a larger base. So no dive, no volcano, no space. Also, I really don't want you guys to block off rooms either, because I feel like that's kind of missing the point of this, because you could definitely make a really great looking base if you turn a lot of these big rooms into hallways, right? I'm not saying you can't do that. I think you should be able to definitely manipulate the space how you want to manipulate it, but if it's clear that you're making very large rooms into hallways, it'll also probably add, a deductive spot to your score in the end. So I'm gonna have to come up with a whole new grading rubric. I'm working on that now, actually. So be looking for that. I'll probably have it on the forum page. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the main rules for it. So the contest begins today, Monday, August 1st, and it's going to end September 2nd. So that means you have a little over a month, just a smidge over a month. So 31 days, 32 days to get your bases finished. And I don't think, I was thinking of having it as a normal base off schedule, but you know, like, since it's such a basic thing, I figured this would be fine. So let's go into the prize pool. Again, I'm not really in my own base here, so I don't really have any of the fancy stuff up, but I will give you guys a rundown. For the US side, the winner will receive 1 Bleed Chroma pack, 2 Argus ceiling cannons, 4 large lava spouts, 1 Metal Part 1 display, and that's your choice as a winner. You can pick out of any of them. I think Dionysium might be the only one hard to find, because I think I have 3 though, so we should be set. You'll see why I say 3. And then the winner's choice of either 1 Nice Emerald collection piece, which will get you a House Leprechaun for your base, or you can get the animated movie that's better than live action collection piece, which is the very rare Ambush Bug base pal collection. So so that is what first prize gets. Second prize will get also a Metal Part 1 display, winner's choice, a power set chroma, so any of the like terrestrial, what is it, mystical, nuclear, all those, you get to choose one of those, any one you want. You get 2 large lava spouts and 2 speed force walls. And then third place will get another Metal Part 1 display, your choice, power set chroma, 1 large lava spout, and 1 speed force wall. So that's what the US side gets. And again, I'm trying my best for equivalency, but if somebody on the EU side does place, or if all 3 of them place, here are the prize pools that you guys will be getting. I've got a Tier 2 Gym Turret Trinket Pet. I've got 1 ceiling cannon, Argus ceiling cannon for first prize. I've got an Invasion Portal. I also have a Metal Part 1 display. I think I have all of them but the Dionysium. I have a Triton, a Bracer, a Molten Metal, and a Fate Helmet, I think. So you can have your choice of any of those. A Crown of Thorns portal, and 4 light up dance floors. Second place will get a Tier 2 Gym Turret as well, a Phoenix Cannon hologram, a pedestal with Iceberg Lounge Gym, a Metal Part 1 display, and ×2 light up floors. And finally, for third place, you will get a Phoenix Cannon hologram, a Metal Part 1 display of your choosing, and a light up dance floor. For the EU side, I only have 1 each. Again, my account's only like 3 to 4 months old now, and it's been kind of difficult to find things on the broker or get into content over there. So I'm doing the best I can. So what will happen is going to be a trickle down effect. First place winner gets their choice of the display, and then whatever's left, the second place winner will have a choice, and then third place will be the last 2 you could choose between one of the 2. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, I already said the dates, August 1st through September 2nd, and you know the rules, the usual stuff. So live stream should be held the Sunday after, so I believe that's going to be September 4th. Usual time I'm planning on. Again, dates are subject to change just because life sometimes happens, but I'm really hoping it should be that Sunday night. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So guys, get your, blast from the past into action here in the next month, and let me see what you can do with just 200 spots and nothing touching. I am like super, super thrilled to see what you guys create. So again, thank you so much for watching, and may the best builder win. With that, Base Off Back to Basics has commenced, and happy decorating. I'll catch you guys in the next one.